South Sudan, as many people in its capital, Khartoum, are limiting their use of electricity amid a surge in power costs. Now, the country's energy supply blames the hike in power prices on agriculture, on difficulty of getting the hard currency, which needs to import spare parts for the generators and the fuel for the supply of electricity. Now, the war has destroyed South Sudan's limited infrastructure, triggering an economic impulsion. Now, let's see details of that in this report.
Amos Surprise owns a video library in Juba. He says the cost of doing business is increasing every day.
The money you pay to buy a power, it's too much. Because each moment the dollar rises, it's when the power goes up. The moment the dollar rises by a penny, the power also rises a penny.
Even when businesses choose to use electricity from the grid, supply is unreliable. The country's only energy company, Ezra Construction and Development Group, has begun load shedding in Juba. That means the city is out of electricity for hours at a time. The company says it is repairing some of its power generators, which has taken longer than many have expected.
Now the moments where you expect power because you have your customers to work with, and their power disappoints you. Basically, it can take like more than 2 to 4 hours. It depends on the day. Like mostly when it's a rainy day, there it will take long, like really long.
South Sudan's government says the pandemic and many years of civil war left it short of cash. It says the lack of hard currency is a major cause of inflation and increase in prices of basic commodities. Businesses that previously abandoned the use of generators for electricity provided by a private company known as Ezra Construction and Development have now returned to using their own generators, saying it is cheaper to run the generators than to get the electricity from Ezra. The African Development Bank injected $38 million into electricity distribution in Juba in 2019. The money has mostly been used to install electricity poles and electrical wires.
Manufacturing and exporting anything from this country is a big challenge. So we are continuing to invest with other partners, and part of the strategy that we have done is on the generation side, we are currently financing feasibility studies to transmit energy from Kampala, from Uganda.
For now, many businesses like that of Amos will have to find alternative power sources to be in a position to maintain their customers. Patrick Oyet, CGTN, Juba, South Sudan.